G'day and welcome back to another Tree Styler video. This is part 2 of the series Ficus Bonsai made from really ordinary material. If you haven't seen part 1, I'll put a little recap in just for you. Let's go. Let's have a spin around so in the next update you'll be able to see the growth that's gone into this tree. Need my turntable, but making do with what I've got. And yeah, chunky, keep going around. Welcome back. It hasn't been long, that long exactly. Let's have a spin around for this ficus material. Very ordinary beginnings back in 2016, garage sale buy. That's probably the front, somewhere near there. Look at the growth. Let's have a zoom. Double pot, yep, said that a few times. This starting to grow nicely, fill out, roots crossing over, moving up the tree very slowly. Lots of buds coming out, lots of buds. Remember, this was really leggy. There was no buds in this section. Very few, none really. They were very leggy. Leggy. Color, very healthy. Leaf size reducing, and I'll work on that in the future. Spinning around up the top of the tree. Lots and lots of new growth to work with. Very good. For instance, this branch, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, about that many. A lot. Now this one here probably needs to go. I'm going to do a selection of the branches, and I'm also going to sort out this abomination. There's a little bit of movement, not much. A little bit of weeds, not much. Back to the preferred viewing angle, somewhere there, definitely. All right, let's go. First things first. Where to begin? Where would you begin? What would you do? Definitely needs addressing. So, I know this sounds bizarre, but I'm really keen to see what's happening in these pots. Are you interested? I am. It's intriguing. So let's do that. Then I'll look at doing the top. How am I going to do this? I think I'm going to have to cut these for the first instance. So let's do that. Tool of choice, cheap concave cutter for doing all sorts of root work. Now let's see what frees up. Fast forward this one, idiot. I'm just going to have to bite the bullet. All right. Oh, hang on. That guy. Jonas, how are we? Oh, hello. Let's have a sneaky. Oh, yeah. I can see what I'm up against here. There we go. Job done. Okay. You gotta keep them separated. I can't sing for shit. Oh, what a transformation. Bit of pumice, I can see. Bit of roots. Actually, mainly pumice. Bit of dirt. Bit of weeds. In the bin. Let's have a look what we got. 6 or 7 years in the pot. 6 or 7 years. Let's have a look at the bottom. Nah, it's actually wide in. Wow. Don't always do that. See whether that helps. Oh, that helps. I'm going to reuse this pot just for shits and giggles. It's probably the appropriate size. It's okay. Does the job. First things first, let's have a closer look at the bottom, at the roots. I can tell you, this is solid. Solid. Yep, solid. Let's get some wire out. The drainage mesh there and there. Another bit here. I'm going to need an extra tool. This is tough. Get in there. Come on. I'll pull this out and I'll show you. Back in the day, I thought I was doing a good thing, but I don't think it's a good idea now. 7 years later. So that is actually metal and it's rusting. It's galvanized mesh. I think it was gutter guard or something like that. A little bit of surface rust, but ideally I wouldn't. I don't do that anymore. I think I was just struggling for mesh or whatever. Yeah. So anyway, don't do that. All right. There's no easy way to do this. Tree looks amazing so far. Let's go. Girl grub. Just goes to show you how long you can actually keep these in a pot for. A round pot. Keeps going around and around. Bit old. Oh, check that out. Oh, don't know when I put that in there. That ain't coming out. Totally fused into the trunk. Let's see if I can wiggle and break it. Let's try this. That was almost like one of those videos where they extract things from feet, like splinters and stuff. Yeah, back to it. Pause there for a moment. I have ignored this tree for quite a while. So the roots, they're not going to be good, as in the structure of them. They'll be crossing over. I can already see that here. Crossing over. There's a prime example. I'm going to address this to make it a better tree. I'm not after a perfect tree because it never will be. I just want to make the tree better. Let's start. Where do I start? So I'm thinking just overall the pot's got to get back in the pot, and the pot's probably about, the width is probably about that wide, considering if that's the front. So I need to trim it back. Gives me a pretty good guide on where to cut back to. Jeez, it's a mess. As I was saying, trying to explain. So I'll put the pot there, and I can see roughly there. So there's a lot to cut back. It is a bit wider at the base, at the top, upside down, of course. But I really want the roots, same as up here, I want them to come out, and then if I cut here, then the roots, well, there's an example there. The roots then split. So I want to cut that again, so get more roots from here and here. So pushing those roots back in, and then getting finer roots to grow, like this stuff. Even that's too thick. This fine wispy stuff, I want that to grow. So I'm just going to go around and take off what I don't need. Nothing scientific about it. Oh, check how long they are. Look, now I've untangled it. Look, starts here, comes down, 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 down. There's a tree. I'll keep these. I'll just tidy them up. Alrighty, that's looking much better. Got this root here, don't need it. Here's a funny little one. Check this one out. Hope you can see it. This root comes down. I might give it a wash actually, and you'll be able to see better. Comes down here, and then comes back on itself, curls under itself. It's got awesome movement. Not what I want, but anyway, I'm going to give this a wash. I'll be back. Done. Washed. Can see much more, much more. You can see what's going on with all these roots. This side actually appealed to me more. I'll show you why. Just, I don't know. Oh, it's just the root base. It just has a bit better structure. They're very similar. They're going up. But then if you turn it around, this is poking in the eye. So there could be an option to remove it and go forward with that side, because the roots are more flared. Anyway, I'm going to get rid of stuff I don't need. Let's do that. Oh, wanted to show you this. This one. This crazy one here. Look at it. Anyway. Continue. It's got a bit of funk about it, this side. Mainly because we've got this one, this root here coming out. That's a bit of interest. Let's curve that one over a bit. Let's get rid of that. It's doing nothing for the tree. And then unsightly. Oh, much better. Now looking to see what I can move around with wire. There's another funky root there. Got this massive one here. It's got to go. I'm going to have 2 bites at it, I think. I'm going to get a better pair. Nah, this one. This one's just going to have to do the job. Now there's a root in there I want to be mindful not to get. I want to retain it. Ah, there we go. So that was it there. That was what I was trying to retain. Beautiful. Let's trim these up a bit. Oh, they're awful to use for them. Too soft. I need to give these a sharpen. They're a bit dull. Is this thing necessary? You're not. Is it doing anything? Look at it. It's just making it go. Straighten it up. Like that. Into the ground. Untangle it a little. No, it's fused. I'll unfuse it. Don't worry about that. No, yes. Now it's unfused. That into the ground, that into the ground. It's going to be at the back, so it's going to be hidden a little bit. All right, that's what else is going on here. You've got to go, mister. You've got to go. Keep you for the moment. Crossing over here. Can I live with it? See there? Crossing. Options. Remove that one. Obviously keep that one. That'll hide the scar underneath there. It's only just crossing too. Look, not perfection. It's not going to be a perfect tree. There's my front. Is it visible? No. Am I going to see it when I spin it around? Yes. But I think it adds a bit of character. So it's going to stay. This big knob here. This big knob. It needs to go. Sharpen! You know when you're working on a tree and you can just not find not the satisfaction, but just not happy with it? I'm just going to go with it. Spread those out into the pot. Trim these up nicely, nice and fresh. If I had a sharp pair of... Oh. I don't like using my good ones. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I don't like using my good ones on the roots. But the results are there. Sorry. Sorry, tree. I don't like you. Look at that. Look at that. Yep. Oh, not easy. Cipro Pro, DeWalt. Oh, there we go. Now, yeah, much better. Clean that up one day, put a bit of putty. Don't mind that side now. Don't mind it at all. Interesting. Some would say not. These just need to come down a bit. Just down. They're going up. Probably there. Just there. Let's have a look. Just so you can see how it fits in the pot. Look at that. I could even go a smaller one. I have gone pretty hard on it. You know what? I'm going to have a look around. I think that'd be a waste to put that into that pot as soon as I've reduced the root mass. Back. Found this one. Already got it sorted. Look at this. Look at this. Much better. Much tighter. So I just can put gravel in that, sit the tree in, tie it in, look at it, appreciate it, turn it around the right way, sink it down deeper on this first occasion, and then slowly over time, lift it up and expose the nabari, like so. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Let's go. Look at that. Fine. Fine. Nuzzle. Oh, look at that. Let's go back a bit. Is it looking better? Yes, I think so. It's just looking better. That's what I want. I don't want a perfect tree. I just want better. I can feel. I just need a little bit more. That's better. Last look at the height. Like I said, we'll raise it up in the future. For the moment, this will be my front, so I'm just going to put that wire around the back to hide it a little. Let's turn it around now. So I've just gone over that big one and then gently, but I need to grab that one and it'll push it sideways. Can you even see that? No, you can't. Don't worry about it. I'm just jabbering on. Oh, twisting. Pushing down firmly, pulling up firmly, twisting gently. Test. Yep. One little tighten. And then just going to push him down so it disappears a little bit. A bit unsightly, but look at that. Let's pin. There we go. Let's get some stuff in here. Fancy little metal chopstick, really fine. Right, let's get into this part of the video, which I'm not going to take too long. Put it on there. Let's have a spin now and work it in. Just inserting, wiggling, and letting the akadama fall down and slide between the roots. All right, I would like to expose that nabari, but I just need to develop the roots a bit more. Look at the color. Look at the color now, popping. Let's take a quick photo. So it's going to stay in that pot for a little while now, and I need to address the top, which I will do. I'm just going to go through, do some branch selection. That would be good. Look at the color. Combination of this tool and this tool. So that's got to go. I'll just quickly explain. So I just want to take off a lot of the bulk. I want to remove branches that are too close together or too close, like in the fork, which I just removed there. Clutter from up the top and just set the tree up for the next direction I want to take it, which is either from that way or that way. I do slightly prefer, well, much more prefer this way. Eye poker, gonna go. There's a little branch there. I might let that grow. It's got to grow a lot to match up with here, but I'm going to let it grow because, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm just going to get rid of it. Let's focus in on this branch. Got a branch coming out there, which I can bend over slightly, and got one coming out there and right on the end. Pretty happy with that. Ideally, I'd like another one here, so I'll see what bounces back. Take that back there, and hopefully it might bite a bit better. So I've got 1, 2, 3 branches there. Get off. That's better. Much better. That one's growing down. It's gone up. I'm going to take that one. Let it grow. Oh, that one looks horrible. Growing up. That one's done. That one's done. Moving around. I think that one's done as well. I can add a bit of wire on that later, but I'll let it thicken up. This one's growing upwards, but I can wire it out. So on that branch, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is just anyway, let's get rid of that one. Too many going on here. Too much. How am I going? Is it making sense? Hope so. Yeah. Big old mess. Big old mess. Flick it. Just need to flick it. Oh, much better. Much better. I removed that one. There was just too much clutter, and I've got branches coming this way, so they would have crossed over eventually. So they're separated. So yeah, just added that space through the middle, which is nice. Just looking for future crossing branches. Wow. Let's have a spin now. Overall, the tree's looking much better, much better. You can see I've decluttered the top of that canopy, which is good. And I just need to get rid of that one there and be gone. See you later. Now I'm just going to let it grow back, continuing its journey to becoming a better bonsai.